Hello and welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, one and all. Welcome to the first ever virtual Puro Sabor and the first show of this year's Nicaraguan Cigar Festival. I am honored and I'm truly delighted to welcome you all to our first broadcast with a very special guest, and we'll introduce him in a second. But first of all, I would like to again thank you all for being part of this show, being here with us tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our virtual little living room and to our virtual Nicaragua. And thanks for tuning in. I also want to I'd like to introduce my co-host and a dear friend and gentleman over in Dubai who's going to be moderating these Puro Sabor sessions with me. So thank you so much for tuning in right from the Leaf Masters. Welcome to Puro Sabor.
Thank you. Thank you. An absolute honor. Very excited. I've been losing sleep over the past couple of days and so excited to be part of this. And thank you for giving me this opportunity, for sure.
It's most definitely a pleasure and honor. But without further ado, let's introduce the man that today is all about. The current president of the Chamber of Tobacco from Nicaragua, a dear friend, brother of the leaf, and outstanding gentleman of the cigar industry, Claudio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So happy we are here. Puro Sabor is back. Nicaragua is here, all united. We are all here together for you guys to give you one of the best experiences in the cigar industry. We are going to have different episodes with the legends of the legends that we have here in Nicaragua. We're going to open the doors of factories, of plantation, and we're going to talk about a lot of things. But first of all, it's a big thank you to you, Reynard, Raid, everybody. A big thank you to the CNT as well, the committee of organization of this. We worked so hard for such a long time, but we are here and so happy to see already few friends that I know, and more new friends. So thank you.
Claudio, what a true pleasure and joy it is. A new format. It's certainly a new time, an era that we all live in. And so Puro Sabor looks slightly different this year. And as much as we'd all love to be standing together in Nicaragua right now, we sort of are. And it sort of feels like we're all connected. We're here together with people from all around the world, be it here at the virtual Light 'em Up Puro Sabor Lounge or over on YouTube. We're actually streaming to YouTube for the first time. So everybody's watching over there. Welcome to you as well. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please put them into the comments. And for all the people who are here with us at the lounge, as always, you can put your questions into the comments or in the chat box. You can use the raise your hand function so we can bring you in, so we can forward all your questions to Claudio or have you speak up when you're here at the lounge. Because this is all about you, all about the people, all about the cigar lovers around the world. And I couldn't be happier than to have you all with us. Claudio,
Reina, this is a beautiful thing because we are here to celebrate, as you said, the brother and sister of the leaf. We are here to celebrate Nicaragua. We are here to celebrate the old families that they are sitting right now making cigars, that they are picking leaves in plantation right now. We are harvesting. It is the absolute honor and pleasure, to share all these things, because this is, if you want, the spirit of Puro Sabor. Puro Sabor, it's getting all together, this time virtually, but it's okay, it's fine. We are all here. Our family are here. Everybody's doing good. So very, very happy. Very, very happy.
That's wonderful to hear. And so let's jump right in, Claudio, and probably talk a little bit about Puro Sabor in general. Let's take a look back. what
Yeah.
has been, and what the festival means to you, what it has become over the years.
Yeah.
And then, of course, let's take a glimpse into the crystal ball together, and just talk about the current state of the industry, the current state of what's going on in Nicaragua. But
Yeah.
how did you experience Puro Sabor ever since?
You know, Puro Sabor is one of the, I shouldn't call an event, because Puro Sabor is something unique on this planet. You know, when we are all here in Nicaragua and we stay for 5 days all together, we really experience the soul of this country. When I say the soul of this country, it is really a country that is breathing tobacco. One of the biggest industry in Nicaragua is tobacco. We have almost 44,000 people directly employed in the cigar industry, and then almost 100,000 in everything related to tobacco. So it is not only important because of the economy that tobacco cigar brings into the country, but as well, you know, the culture, the history, the hard work of the people, and everything that is related to make a tobacco and to make cigars. You know, Puro Sabor, it's really that event that is bringing together people not only to smoke cigars, to stay together, but to experience that culture that now is deep into Nicaragua. And I should mention, you know, from Estelí to Condega, Lapa, Ometepe, even down here in Granada, there is now this expansion of the culture of cigars that is not very old in Nicaragua, but now I can tell you, when you go and you go around in Estelí, you can see that people is breathing cigars and tobacco all together there. It's beautiful, and you know, the Puro Sabor, it's organized by the CNT. In Spanish, it's called the Cámara Nicaragüense de Tabacalero, which is, if you want translated, the Nicaraguan Tobacco Chamber. So we are 26 members plus 2 friends of the chamber, and we represent. I'm not shy to say la crème de la crème, the best of the best from cigar makers, tobacco growers, cigar rings makers, cigar boxes maker, all together in a chamber that we work together. You know, we stay close in this association, and when we need some help, we help each other. You know, we stay connected, and as I said, the best cigar makers and tobacco growers in Nicaragua, they are part of this chamber, which is very, very important. So if you want to, we have all the work as a chamber of commerce of tobacco related to this. And then Puro Sabor is just, you know, the big event that we want to organize every year, just because, you know, the hard work that we do during the year, that's those are the days that you can feel and touch and smoke all that culture and our work that we do every day for the entire year.
That's amazing. I mean, ever since we started the discussion with you, Claudio, about all of this and doing the virtual show, we're all very excited. But there's been a lot of people trying to do the same. How do you feel after 9 years of the show being face to face? How do you feel this virtual component of the show is going to change this year?
I mean, there is, of course, a difficulty in logistic because, of course, when we go or in plantation or we do refactor or something, there is not that direct, you know, smell that you can feel, like that smoke you can touch. But, you know, for us, it was really to stay with you guys, with everybody, saying we are united, we are part of our chamber, we work very hard every day. So that's the message, if you want, in this Puro Sabor. Changed a little bit in the format, but, you know, the message is still there. And for us, it was the only thing to do in these days, because, you know, when we canceled the physical festival, it was a kind of very sad day, because we love to host people. We love to show Nicaragua to everybody, to show our places. So it was a very, very difficult. And then we said, you know what, we got to show by the way that we are here, and we are keep working every day to give the best tobacco and cigars experiences around the world. And for me, there is no better things than to see all these beautiful people connected right now. That's the sign that we are doing the right thing right now. Even though it's a Zoom, we have to connect, the timing, doesn't matter. We want to see each other. We would like to touch each other, but we are sharing a cigar right now. So that's very important too.
I think what's also very important is the amazing energy that you have. It's I remember the first time I ever saw an interview with you, and Reinhard was having the show, and he's like, "You just have to be there today. You cannot miss this one." And I remember the amount of energy, and you still have this amazing energy that makes obviously any show just a pleasure to watch, really. So we thank you for that.
Yeah, you're right. For me, it's a first of all a huge honor to represent the best names on this planet. All the cigar makers, the legendary names, starting from Padron down to Oliva. I don't want to mention everybody because I'm going to, to forget someone, but everybody's a legend there. So for me to represent them, especially to represent something that is so important for the country, for the Nicaraguans, that's what touch my deep soul as well. Because I'm here, talking to everybody, but behind me there is 100,000 people that they work every day to make possible these things. So it's a huge honor, and as well it is a matter of when you see a cigar factory, when you see the hard work that there is every day, when you see the commitment and passion, starting from the tobacco people down to the people that they are packing cigars and everything, you get that excitement because the only thing that is still made by hand and completely natural, what's in this day? Cigars. So there is even that little touch that gives you an extra, commitment and passion. It's beautiful.
It's amazing. In honor of Nicaragua, in honor of your passion and the love and the amazing commitment you have for this, we have a little surprise. We've put together a little surprise for you. And it's a video that I'd love to watch everybody. So if everybody would allow me, I'd like to share my screen.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, there's a couple of surprises that are there. Let me see. I'm trying. Give me 1 second, please.
We said we're going to make these fun and engaging and interactive. Yes. So, there's got to be some interesting little elements with Rod just looking for the video right there.
Yeah, with a million files open at the same time. And can you see it? Actually, it is going to play right now.
I exactly remember the day I discovered the sparkle in my mind saying, Claudio, this is for you. Back in 2000, I moved to the Dominican Republic. I was an Italian teacher. My dream was discovering the world. The person that gave me that joy to smoke cigars was Henky Ken, one of the most famous master blender in the world, and I was translating his voice. After 30 seconds, I said, I want to be like him. From the seed to the ash, to the experience, to the aromas, I want to be the guy creating magic. I was always saying, I want to get back blending. The tobacco was calling me back. In 2009, I moved to Miami. I left Davidoff. I got married with my beautiful wife, Laura, and there something happened. It was Nicaragua. I remember the first time I smoked a Nicaraguan cigar. When I smoked that cigar, I said, wow, this is different.
So I guess that pretty much says it all. The magic that you've been wanting to do, and the magic that, I mean, you can almost see the amount of passion and love that you have to Nicaragua.
Does work bringing tears to my eyes because of that. I really remember the first day that I smoked a Nicaraguan cigar. I had already, I think at that point, like 6 years of experience in Dominican Republic and with Dominican tobacco. But when I smoked for the first time a Nicaraguan cigar, really, I said, this is different. Since that day, I always said the future of tobacco and cigars is in Nicaragua. It's the country that has a unique potential that nobody has. Mother Nature blessed this country like it never did in other places on this planet. Here we have a red soil, we have a black soil, volcanic soil. We have another region, it's a little bit more sandy soil. I mean, here the potential is infinite. It is really the country. That's why I lived the 4.5 years down here in Granada, in Nicaragua. And still every month I'm back and forth, but still the future of cigars and tobacco is here.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you for bringing that video. Was years ago already.
You know, I must have watched it about 20 times so far. And I remember the second time I was watching it, my wife came over my shoulder and she was watching it. And by the time I looked at her, she actually had tears in her eyes. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, it just got me too emotional.
Maybe I should be an actor instead of master blender.
We would tremendously miss your skills as a tobacco man if we'd lose you to Hollywood. But speaking of your role, probably you could tell us a little bit more about the role of the president of the CNT. What are the responsibilities and the contribution that you can make there? How do you also see that role for yourself personally, besides being involved with the Mombacho brand, of course, and in charge of those wonderful smokes, but on a higher level, with that higher purpose? What does it mean to you?
You know, for me, since I heard about the CNT and the quality of all the members of the CNT, I was attracted by this. Because I said that this is the elite, this is the creme of the creme. It means that if you are part of this association, you are good. You are not only good in the quality you make, but quality of everything. You know, treatment of the people, the places, the cleanness. I mean, everything related to the factories or the plantation or the rings, the boxes. So I was like, if we are good, we should be part of that, right? And as well, all the help that the chamber gives in terms of business here in Nicaragua to the export, you know, all the things related to the industry. So I was like, we should be part of this because it's a help, it's you know, a recognition as well. And then you know, around the world, you always see your colleagues around, so there is always that moment that you can chat and helping each other. I was like really attracted by that. And actually, Juan Martinez from Joya de Nicaragua, that was president back 4 years ago, I think, if I'm not wrong, invited us, invited Mombacho Cigars to be part of the chamber. And, you know, I really like the chamber as well for the international environment, for the potential that it is. So I was kind of very active. And, you know, I worked as well in the organization of the last 2 editions of the festival as well. And 2018 and 19, I was a speaker of the festival as well. So I was always very, very active. And I believed on this association, always, you know, deeply. And big surprise, once a year during the festival, actually, all the members get together because every 2 years there is the election of the president and the board of directors of the chamber. And funny moment, I remember because I was so happy to be speaker, I said that if you want to be a speaker for this year too, let us know. I was like, yeah, okay. So they called the names, you know, voting all the speakers and then the board of directors. And the last one was the president. I was like, oh, man, they forgot me or what? I said that I would like to be part of the board of directors or something. Then they said, okay, we propose Claudio as president of the chamber. I was like, no way. So it was a really a beautiful moment in my career. And as well, you know, I tried to help a lot in the international part of the chamber. For example, you know, in these events, and try to coordinating, you know, the people that work every day at the chamber. For example, big thank to Wenceslao Castillo, the executive director of the chamber, and as well as the committee organization of the Puro Sabor, that since have been working very hard, and I'm talking Maria Jose from Oliva, Alicia from Joya Nicaragua, Henry Real Estate, the people from Padron, from Perdomo, from everybody that helped to put this together. And every day there is the part of job related to the industry here in Nicaragua, and then as well the kind of my idea to put more international the chamber in terms of bringing maybe more opportunities for the cigar business and tobacco business here in Nicaragua, and as well to let everybody knows that we are united here as a big family, and going forward with even innovation and helping new factories or helping each other, as I already said several times. It's just beautiful. I love it. Just love it. It is really a huge responsibility as well, but the team is strong within the chamber, and all the members are just the legends. So what can be wrong when we have that mix? Nothing.
It's a great mix. It's definitely a great mix. And I cannot help, you're going to find me coming in and out of that video a lot, because I was very inspired by it. And one of the things you said in your video is the magic, bringing the magic. Yeah. Okay. And you obviously believe in that, and you believe in the next best thing, or continuously improving and upgrading the industry or the blend in general. You're a musician, you're a global trotter, you're not a bilingual, a multilingual, and you love life, How do you feel all of these things are blending in your life to reflect on the kind of blends and the kind of work that you're doing for the Nicaraguan cigar as a whole?
I will start saying something about Nicaragua, about around that, because if you wanted the same kind of craziness in these things that you just mentioned about me in Nicaragua, volcanoes, there is Atlantic coast and there is a Pacific coast, right? There is a rainforest, there is some dry land, there is the biggest lake in Central America. So the power of Mother Nature here, it's already a mix that it's unique on this planet. That's why the tobacco is so unique, right? And then, my past experiences, yeah, it's true. I've been living in several different countries, and I've been very lucky, it brings me more open mind on certain things that could be, related only to one region or one factory or one, place. About blending, there is so much variety here in Nicaragua that, for example, my first 3 blends that I made here at Mombacho Cigars, they are all 100%, Nicaraguan tobaccos. Because I said that if Mother Nature is so powerful here and so diverse, let's bring that local diversity to the world. So right. I said, yeah, why not to have those puros, because you can really get the 100% Nicaraguan experience through a puro. But, I didn't stop there, because when you see the variety of blends and brands that you have in Nicaragua, there is so much to discover that it's unbelievable. And everybody is working in innovation and new blends. All the members, they are just fantastic for that. Fantastic. I learn from them every day. Actually, I'm going to Italy tomorrow for a few days to see tobaccos and those things. So I'm excited, to get back there and to see some of the friends and to smoke some of the new stuff that is around there.
Claudio, speaking of the members of the chamber, for all those who probably join Puro Sabor for the first time, yes, tell us a little bit about the chamber in general and how all these members come together, which individual roles they play, and just so that people can better understand the entire setup of what is the Cámara.
Yeah, so the Cámara is, as I said, the 26 members, and we have a board of directors as well. We have monthly meetings right now, and we updated everybody on the internal situation of tobacco, what's going on in the last crops. Last year we had a couple of hurricanes, so we were pretty, worried about the quality. But fortunately, the tobacco season, the date was later than the two hurricanes, so there is not really damages to plantation or crops. So that's the work that we do every day. And I don't know, export of imports or custom or things that related, technically to the cigar industry, and of course, everything then with the members, it's to keep them updated as well. So when we have big announcement of news or to update the things, for example, right now I'm trying to collect the all numbers of export from last year. So when we're going to finish that, we're going to maybe to have a first meeting for this year with all the members, to keep updated everybody. So that's what we do every day. That's our job. It's really to keep together everybody, to keep updated everybody as well, and keep going. For example, I had something happening with my drum master, and I called someone in Esteli, one of my colleagues, asking if he knew someone to repair the machine. Those are little things, but that's what we do every day.
So how is that different than when you are part of that elite group, if you will? I mean, the cigar industry is so closely connected, and you can probably ring up your best friends or even your neighboring factory when, as you mentioned, you need something. But how does being part of the Cámara then sort of take it to another level?
It's been taken to another level, I would say, because of the quality of the members. We have to be part of the chamber, we go through a strict, list of things that we have to do, or we have to implement, or we have to keep doing. For example, contracts, the social security for all the workers, where we work, how it should be, many things that give you that status of member of the chamber, because you are respecting all the things that legally you have to respect in the country. And then as well, all the treatment and, there is not really size of those things, because, for example, Mombacho Cigars is maybe the smallest member of the chamber. But we have factories that they are making, 120,000 cigars a day. There is almost 2,000 people working in the factory. So it is not really the size of the factory. It is, how you work and how you keep doing the things for the people here in Nicaragua. For us, the first thing is to show us that you protect the people that they work with you. Because I always say, personally, I say we are successful because we have people, sitting every day rolling cigars, or preparing the raw material, or harvesting the tobacco. So it is not one name or one company. It is the whole company that we have a look into before to have them in the chamber. And then, of course, when you have that quality of, colleagues, of course, it is naturally happening that someone is helping someone, or the daily work that we do.
You have a very interesting saying, again in the video, that you repeat, and it is, the formula is simple: happy people make happy cigars.
Yes, there is no secret. It's the secret. I always say that I could make the best blend of the planet, but I'm not rolling every day. I'm not sitting there, making 200, 300, 400 cigars a day that you can smoke. So it is really, to have the people happy in their workplace for many things. First of all, they deserve that, right? Second thing, we do something by hand. So you got to have someone passionate about that, the treatment of the people. It is really, for me, the secret mathematical formula to have a successful blend. And you can feel when you smoke a cigar if it's made by other people.
Yeah, I mean, they transfer their positive energy to you through the stick, and that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes, and it's beautiful, because I can tell you, there is a lot of knowledge in Nicaragua right now. We have really the best tobacco people on this planet right now. And every time I go up in the north and they're going, to visit suppliers, tobacco growers, there is always a new seed coming. There is a new experiment. There is a new hybrid. It's moving fast in Nicaragua, very, very fast.
Do you feel that all the new things or the new technology, I mean, all of a sudden there's a lot of technology that's coming in as far as the industry is concerned. Several houses have implemented certain technologies, and there's all the hybrids coming up and all the different things. What's your feeling as the camera vis-a-vis all of these new changes?
I would say that it's maybe the best time to smoke Nicaraguan cigars right now because of those things. Because those things, they are not, if you want, a replacement of people. Because everything is still really, I'm not joking, everything is made by hand, right? Even packing, everything is made by hand. But now we have sensors. Now we have air conditioners. Now we have things that can help to have a better quality. And we are using it in a way to get the better quality that we know we can do in Nicaragua. And that better quality is coming from the tobacco, the quality of tobaccos, and now through this innovation and technology that at the end it's a little help, because by the way, we cannot replace the hands of people rolling cigars. So it is really the best moment to smoke Nicaraguan cigars right now for that, for the tobacco, for the innovation that we are bringing into the industry, but not changing the cultural, think the cigars are still made 100% by hand.
That's amazing.
Looking back a little bit about the history of Nicaragua as a tobacco and cigar country, and in particular, probably the more recent years when Nicaragua has bypassed, in terms of production and exporting volume, other countries even, and is now unquestionably one of the top players in the world when it comes to cigars. When you look at it through your own eyes and through your own lens, what was that like? What was the experience of watching Nicaragua evolve and grow into the role that it currently has in the industry?
My first trip to Esteli, a lot of streets were not paved. So I was calling Esteli the dusty town in Nicaragua. Now you walk around in Esteli, it's completely different. There is not one street that is not paved. There is new bars and restaurants. Esteli completely changed because of the tobacco industry. And that's one of my direct experiences to see how fast went that change. Because since 2012 that I was going constantly to Esteli to now, it's a completely different city. Now you see the people are going out of the factories with a cigar in the mouth and smoking cigars. In 2012, it was rarely seen as someone smoking cigars down the street. And then, there is 1,000 of new shops selling things for factories and other stuff, and all the works that they are related to the cigar factories, Smith or other things, cigar boxes factories. Now we have cigar rings, part of the chamber as well, huge operation for cigar rings. So it is really unbelievable how fast everything went, but not losing the quality. That's the most, for me, beautiful thing of this change that happens so fast. Because many times you can lose quality when you go too fast. Actually, the quality went up with that.
I believe the only issue right there is just the Nicaraguan Wi-Fi connection, at least at the moment. Claudio was briefly cut off. Well, right. So I believe the stage is ours, at least for the moment. I have to say, I'm thoroughly enjoying our very first virtual Puro Sabor, and we'll hopefully have Claudio back in just a second. But Rod, maybe just in your experience, and you obviously, as a man of the trade with the Leaf Masters, have your own view on how Nicaraguan cigars evolve in terms of appreciation. How do you see it? Like, what's the spirit like? How do people react to the current cigars coming out of Nicaragua?
When we first went to Nicaragua, it was something that we decided to do on a whim, literally. And I remember when we went to the airport, I literally spoke to my partner, Abdul, and I'm like, what are we doing? I want to go home. What's going on? Are you serious about this? And we went to Nicaragua, and I have never, ever, and I traveled to a lot of countries in the world, been received with such warmth and welcome in my life. It was unbelievable how They were very warm with us. And we started having the Nicaraguan cigars, and everybody in this part of the world thought that we are betting on the wrong horse. But we smoked those cigars. We enjoyed those cigars. We observed and absorbed the energy, the beautiful energy from the different people in Nicaragua. And continuously, the more we were exposed to more of the brands and more of the vitolas and more of the blends, it was just a beautiful experience that continued to positively evolve. And this is something that we decided to share with our clients. And today, I believe we have the largest selection of not only Nicaraguan, but New World cigars in general in our part of the world, in the Middle East and North Africa. And we continue to be very, very, very focused about Nicaragua. You know, we loved our trip to Nicaragua so much that we've actually established a side business that is focused on cigar.
Now that's actually quite interesting. We lost Claudio and Rod both at the same time. In any case, in the meantime, let me tell you yet again, it is a pleasure and honor to have you all here for our virtual Puro Sabor 2021. That's the first episode, the first show. And a few technicalities in the meantime.
I'm back. Sorry.
Claudio.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Actually, I was just about to briefly explain our upcoming schedule and what things will look like with the virtual Puro Sabor. So let me just finish that thought for everybody who's curious and interested. We will run 11 shows on a bi-weekly schedule. So every second Monday, we will go live with dear friends, family, special guests, and some of the most experienced tobacco growers, cigar manufacturers, and master blenders from Nicaragua, always supported and hosted by the Chamber of the Tobacco in Nicaragua. And so please follow all the live action either here via our Zoom lounge, or you can always tune in to the YouTube live stream. And the episodes, the shows will be then also kept on YouTube and of course shared on all other social media platforms for you to rewatch and to enjoy. And we'll every now and then spice things up a little bit with some special features here and there. We're going to do a couple of after show Instagram lives, and we just want to build momentum and have you all joining us for this wonderful journey of what Puro Sabor 2021 is going to be. So on a bi-weekly schedule, always on Monday, join us live here at the lounge, or like you all do over on YouTube. And with that, back to you, Claudio. Welcome once again to our little show.
You know, Nicaragua, there is always something that could happen. So I just lost the internet for 1 minute, but I'm back.
You know, that just makes things most authentic. And yeah.
You know, I'm so glad that you said that, because the last comments that we had in the last Puro Sabor said it is a true festival. I mean, there is that truly family feeling that is authentic. And yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I'm glad we could bring a little bit of that flair to our virtual festival as well. So
I'm really sorry. I guess Dubai needs a connection too.
Well, Claudio, even Riot got cut off, so no worries. He's in Dubai, and even he lost the Wi-Fi connection. But we're still good. We're still streaming, so everything's fine. Claudio, let's get back on track with just one thing that I was really curious. When you talk about your role with Mombacho, your role in the industry, and also your role with the Camera, was it ever challenging for you to sort of like put on different hats? And do you feel like you switch from one role to the other, or is it really like just this overall experience of you being the tobacco man that you are, and enjoying and appreciating whichever role you play for the industry?
Yeah, I would say that everything got connected together, and there is not a conflict between my position in Mombacho or the CNT or the other things. It is just to get more inside the industry. Even though I have 20 years in the industry, I would say that I'm very, very young of this industry, because every day we learn something every day. And it is just, to be more connected as well, not only with the country, but as well as the entire industry. So we can have even a better view of, the Nicaraguan tobacco situation and cigar making and all those things. So everything got connected, and very, very glad that it happened, because it's giving me more insights as well. So, a little bit or more knowledge every day in my, only 20 years in this. So very, very happy about that.
I believe Rod had a question for you.
Yes, sorry. I was making sure that I have a better view for that. I'm operating it out of my phone now. So for some odd reason, something happened to the connection, the Wi-Fi. As far as the Puro Sabor is concerned, on a long-term vision basis, how do you see things evolving from now on? We all hope that the world's going to change. We all hope that we're going to go back to the personal touch, to the hug, to the exchange of the cigars, to the smoking of cigars together. But what's your long-term vision, if you may, at this point, of what's going to happen, or what the outlook would be for Puro Sabor?
I think the Puro Sabor became one of those, big events in the year that you don't want to miss, for many, many different reasons. And I think as well that, in the last couple of months, the worldwide situation is evolving very fast. So I'm very, very positive about, the future of Puro Sabor, the very near future of Puro Sabor. And the long term, due to the changes in Esteli, we make more people happier than before, because I think we can host even more people, because Esteli is a pretty small town, right? So we didn't have 250 hotels. So we have to cap always, the attendance of the Puro Sabor, because we don't know where to put the people sleeping in Esteli, right? But there is a new hotel, so there is a lot of things happening in Esteli. So long term, I think we are going to have even a bigger festival, and it's going to be maybe, I would say, in a few years, or maybe the most important cigar festival around, because of that authenticity, we do the festival in a way that you can touch the people. Maybe I shouldn't say that right now, but you can talk to people. You can really feel that, right? There is not that barrier that we want to impress you with a big concert of those. No. We want to impress you to show our places, to show the people. That's the impression we want to give you. That authenticity that is driving us every day in all our places where we make cigars. So that's the long-term, I think, future of the festival. And again, near future, I really hope to have the festival next January. And again, I'm seeing this evolution happening fast. So I hope to have more flights coming down in Nicaragua starting in the next few weeks. So we will see already more people coming in the country, which is a good thing for the country as well. And I really hope to see everybody next January.
And what I really appreciate and enjoy is, you mentioned it, but I think people who went down to Puro Sabor in Nicaragua, or to any of the factories for that matter besides Puro Sabor, they must all have experienced the charm, the authenticity, as we spoke about before. And it's not like overly flashy and glamorous, or it doesn't pretend to be something else, but it's just raw in the very best sense. It's about the community, the camaraderie. It's about celebrating what Nicaragua has to offer. And I really hope and I believe that we will do the very same with the possibilities at hand that we have. And for this year's Puro Sabor, hosting it in this new format, but to make it approachable, authentic, and all about the community. And it certainly shows with everybody tuning in here tonight at the launch and also over on YouTube. So it's brilliant to see that camaraderie and the community. And in order to bring somebody from the community in, I believe we had a question from our dear friend Ian Narbeth, who's here with us yet again. Ian, a Puro Sabor veteran, I believe. So it's great to have you, buddy. And thanks for tuning in. Welcome.
Claudio, lovely to see you again. And I'd just like to endorse everything you've said and to encourage everyone to come to Puro Sabor and also to have a few extra days in lovely Nicaragua, and certainly to visit Granada, which is a beautiful city. And then you can spend a lot of time in Claudio's wonderful cigar lounge at Mombacho. And I was treated royally when I went there, and it was a fantastic time. You are treated very, very well, and you get to meet the makers and to have some great conversations and to learn so much about cigars. So it's a wonderful experience. Put it on your bucket list and make sure you come next year. It's a really great thing to do.
Good to see you, Jan. I appreciate that. It is a true honor to host people. We love to host people at the Puro Sabor here in Granada, in Esteli, everywhere. So anytime you can travel, try to spend, as Jan said, even more time in Nicaragua, because there is a lot of things to discover. Just said all the volcanoes, the lakes, Atlantic and Pacific coast, Granada and Leon, that are the most, colonial cities here in Granada. And then, of course, you gotta stop by La Mecca of tobacco in Esteli. And, maybe we don't say enough. You should take a trip up to Alapa. There is a beautiful road after a town called, you go Esteli, then you go up, you go through Condega, which is a big region of tobacco. And then you pass Ocotal, and then you go up and down on the mountains toward Alapa. It's just magnificent road. Beautiful, beautiful.
We've done this trip with the exact trip you were talking about. I've done it in the first time I went to Nicaragua. And let me tell you one thing, it was absolutely magical. It was absolutely magical. We also stopped in one of the volcanoes on the way. But Granada was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe how gorgeous that place is, or that city is.
Yeah, it's a gem. Granada is a gem. Remember, it's the first town that was built in continent by the Spanish in 1524. So it is really a gem of the Spanish colonial style that is still very protected. And it's just beautiful. We are sitting on the shore of the biggest lake of Central America. We have 365 little islands, so you can go around, with little boats. Actually, it's one of the activities we always do during the Puro Sabor. So the first stop is Granada for a couple of days, and then we go up to Esteli to visit, all the members' factories and some plantation around Esteli as well. You can really touch, as I said, not only tobacco and cigars, but the culture, the food. Guys, you cannot believe it, but one of the best beef I ever had in my life is here in Nicaragua. The beef is unbelievable in Nicaragua. It is not, the culture, it touches a lot of things, even food.
In all honesty, Claudio, how can you not be inspired by just the beautiful language that you use and the words and the pictures that you create in everybody's minds? So how does that also inspire you when you go to work every single day at the factory?
Yeah, I should say that I don't work because I do my what I was dreaming to do in my life. So I'm not really working, and I feel really connected with the people working here in Mombacho. We started, we were 8 with me, and now we are growing. So we have a lot of the people that started with me, back in 2012 when I moved down here in Nicaragua, the same team. So it is, it is really, to say it's a family. And you can feel that in other factories as well, in other places, and not only here in Mombacho. There is the family feeling that we really take care of because, as I said, they deserve everything, the people that are working in a cigar factory, because it is not easy. It's not easy. A cigar, it's 4 leaves that we roll and that's it. We blow smoke. But to make the blends, the quality and the cigars that we are making in Nicaragua right now, that's a nightmare. That's 24 hours, 7 working, not sleeping, thinking how we can keep and even improve that quality. That's why we are making the difference right now in Nicaragua.
Our dear friend Javier is here with us at the lounge, and I would love to bring him in and have him speak up for a moment and raise his question. Javier, thanks for tuning in. Welcome.
I hope he doesn't ask for his t-shirt. Javier, where are you, Javier? I don't see you.
I'm here. Yeah,
I was going the t-shirt or what?
I was going to say I didn't receive my t-shirt, Claudio. Where is my t-shirt? Where is my Mombacho t-shirt?
Yeah, how are you? Very good to see you.
Well, I'm glad to be here with you all and with you, Claudio, and wishing to be there. That's the truth. I think that all these tools that have come with the global situation, the pandemic, and of course have been very useful for these times. But in my heart, they are not going to substitute anyhow the pleasure and the feelings of being in the origin, in the festival. But I know this is what we have, and of course, at least the interesting and the didactic part of the festival we can attend. So that's very good, and congratulations to you and to Reinhard, of course, because I love this initiative. That at least we have this part of the festival that we can attend. But my questions are two. First of all, what can we expect from Puro Sabor 2021? What can we expect? And the second is, if you are feeling about implement this tool for future festivals, although of course we could go there to Esteli to enjoy the festival. That's what we all here want and wish to do. But maybe this tool is good to make the festival reach more people around the world. Yeah. And of course, my t-shirt. I'm going to send you my address again. You remember? Okay. Yeah, the
4
blue,
years I promised the polo shirt. Arrived at the polo shirt. So
the blue one with the yellow Mombacho. You know, yes. XXL.
Yeah, beautiful questions. I would say you touched briefly. The situation on the planet, and I want to touch only one point on that, saying that we did a huge work of education and to protect our people in our places, and we are still doing that. So we are investing heavily to protect our people and to make sure that everybody's fine. Unfortunately, right now the response of everybody has been huge, even at the point that other industries are watching us and what we do in our places to protect our people. That's the first thing. I'm very proud. We worked hard. We still work every day to protect our people. First question. The episodes. Those are going to be fun because this is, for me, just an introduction to talk about, the CNT, because starting at the next episode, you are going to have all the insights of Nicaragua from different angles, from different people, and from the legends. I can, mention the next 2 episodes, which is the second one. It will be with Juan Ignacio Martinez from Joya, Nicaragua, that is going to talk about the importance of the economy of tobacco in Nicaragua. So I don't want to talk too much about that right now because I want to leave, the most Nicaraguan factory, I would say, in Nicaragua to speak about that. And the third episode will be with one of the legends of tobacco, Nestor Andres Plasencia, of course. So when I say Plasencia, I think there is not, I do not have to introduce the family because it's one of the oldest families involved in tobacco, and huge operation here in Nicaragua, but beautiful operation, a beautiful family. Nestor is a good friend of mine too. And then at the other episodes, you're going to get a lot more. You're going to get tastings, you're going to get innovation, even marketing, and then, of course, our involvement with, helping people in Nicaragua. So the social part of all the chamber, and even one by one that is helping, with little schools for kids, with a lot of things, a lot of activities that we do at the chamber. So you are going to have, if you want, from the seed down to the ash, from different angles, from different people, and hope we are going to touch pretty much everything about, the industry in Nicaragua, even though to say everything, it's a big word, because, there is not enough. 50 years are not enough to understand what's, cigars and tobacco. It's a lifetime, learning curve that now with innovation, as I was saying, it's constantly changing as well in a better way. So there is always, we like to be connected about those things. Now, the future, the other question, why not the next Puro Sabor? Maybe we can broadcast some of the events we do during the days, or some of the visits as well, because, we have guides that they are bilingual, trilingual. So we can even implement that, because right now with this technology, everybody's using technology. So it's getting better and better and easier to use. So why not to have some, of the new technology to help to have the Puro Sabor, not only for the people coming, but at the same time for the people that couldn't come as well. So that's why maybe we are going to have 1,500 attendees the next festival, right? If we combine both, I hope so. But for sure, we're going to look for some of the new technology can help us, to be even more connected with the rest of the world.
Maybe a few follow-ups on that. First of all, Claudio, many thanks for setting the stage as beautifully as you did. The second show will, and we mentioned it before, go live in exactly 2 weeks from now. So all these sessions will be held on a bi-weekly schedule. And because we got the question a few times, we will make sure to tell you who will be our upcoming guests, whether there's particular cigars that we could probably all bring and enjoy together, so that people can go and look out for them. And please then join us with the particular cigars for the individual sessions, of course. And also a little special treat for all our loyal fans and regulars. When you stay with us through the entire course of the virtual Puro Sabor Festival 2021, we have some wonderful giveaways and special prizes, and just a little flair and fairy dust to round it all off. So there will be special prizes, for example, for the next festival in Nicaragua, particular cigars, and all sorts of great things. I wouldn't want to give away too much, but please stay tuned. Join us again for all the upcoming sessions. There'll be plenty more to be discovered. And if you're looking for any information at all, please go to the official website of this year's festival, which is lightemupworld.com/purosabor 2021. That's lightemupworld.com/purosabor 2021. You can sign up for the newsletter and get all the personalized invites there. We have an event calendar online, so you will find all the information there. Make sure to join us, follow and sign up, so that we can have all the personalized invitation right in your inbox and you do not miss any of the shows. Before we wrap things off for today, first of all, Ryan, any thoughts, comments from your side? Just make sure that you're not muted, please. I believe you still are.
I am. Yes, here I am, and I apologize about that. Thank you, Reinhard. One of the things that crossed my mind as Claudio was talking now is those multiple sessions that we're going to go through are actually a very beautiful thing and a big advantage of this virtual event that we're having, because I'm not undermining in any way, shape, or form the beauty of physically being in the show itself, but you find yourself getting carried away on one or two aspects. What we're providing you here with a wholesome experience, literally a 360 experience of what you need to know about the industry in total. A bit of homework that you will have to do from your end, like you said, Reinhard, is certain times when certain individuals are coming to speak, we will give you a bit of an idea about cigars that you can smoke or suggest things for you. But however, you'll be able to know about the industry, the technology, literally have a face-to-face interaction with key members of the industry. And I think that has a huge and a great value to it. So I hope you're going to be enjoying this as much as we plan to do.
Thanks, Rod. And Claudio, before we call it a night or call it a day and afternoon for all of you in the US or in Central and South America, you briefly discussed with Rod the future of Puro Sabor and sort of the long-term vision. Now, when you think about the CNT then on a more holistic level, what's the vision there, and what element would you like to bring to the table in your role as the president?
For me, it was as I was briefly saying, to get to the chamber and the members even more international. I've been so lucky to work always in an international environment in the cigar industry. So I have a little bit of knowledge of that, and trying to have the tobacco chamber well known internationally as well. Then of course the Puro Sabor, and of course helping everybody that is working very hard at the chamber right now to make sure that the cigar industry is rolling smoothly and keep going with the service that the tobacco chamber should give to all the members. And that's a little bit my idea. And but I would like I don't know if we are wrapping up, but before I have to thank a few people, because I said something briefly in the beginning, but Reynald, Raid, Reynold in the back there, thank you so much. This has been a true pleasure to work with you guys preparing these 11 episodes. Very blessed to I consider you, and I say you are my friends as well. So that's beautiful. Thank you. I have to thank Wenceslao Castillo, my right hand, and the executive director of the chamber. Beautiful person I met many years ago, and now since a long time he's director of the chamber. He's doing a beautiful job every day. Then the board of directors, Juan Ignacio from Joya, Nestor from Plasencia, Eduardo Sandino from Oliva, our vice president, Manuel Rubio from Drew Estate, everybody involved in the board of directors that is, if you want, the mind behind everything is happening at the chamber. Of course, the committee organization of the festival, Maria Jose Oliva, Alicia, Sancho from Cigar Rings, Henry Drew Estate, and of course I'm missing someone. I'm so sorry, but so excited to say thank you, because those are the ones that helped everybody every time to make this possible. I really hope that you keep watching these episodes and being part of this experience, because it's going to be something extremely nice to watch and to be part of, because it'll be easier with this Zoom and things to get all together. So, and you can watch, of course, on YouTube and the other things. So very, very blessed and happy that this is happening. And thank you to all these people that I mentioned. Thank you to you guys that are watching right now, or you're going to watch later on our Facebook pages, YouTube, because this is something is going to stay for a very long time. This is another thing. We work every day to make an heritage, a cultural heritage that is going to stay forever. It is not happening now and then it's gone. We are working hard for this to stay, and to show to everybody that we are a big family in Nicaragua, and we are working hard to give you the best Nicaraguan experiences that you can have through our cigars, through our tobacco, through our people.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for that.
What a wonderful moment to wrap up the first episode of Puro Sabor 2021. It's been a tremendous pleasure, a tremendous honor for us to host these wonderful first few moments with all of you, wherever you are around the world. Please stay tuned for all the upcoming episodes. I would also love to thank Rolando, that Claudio hasn't mentioned yet, but I want to say thank you to him for being a great support in organizing the first few steps and the entire project here. Riot, my wonderful co-host, many thanks to you, buddy. And we're very much forward to welcoming you all in 2 weeks from now for the second episode of Puro Sabor 2021. Claudio Sgroi, many thanks for being a wonderful guest and for everything that you shared with us here today. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you all super soon. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you.